I will try and answer some, and we will all do the same. They are very good questions, like I said. How do you create emotional space, emotional tolerance, despite cultural? I think this was your question, Kyoko. You said, how do you create emotional? I think I would say for me, it will always begin and it will end with love. And not just love as we were told it is, love as we have witnessed it to be, love as we feel it should be, but love according to what the Bible says. And it has always been a good guide for me, especially in the face of different cultural perspective, different gender perspective, different age perspective, etc. So when you say, how do you create emotional space? First and foremost of all, if you are in a relationship, you have to understand that it requires investment. Anything worth doing is worth doing well. And I found this as a very common issue, especially between men and women in dating. Women generally tend to like and cherish communication, open communication and sharing, for example. And many times you will hear women complain that they feel like the man is not showing them enough love, or is not listening to them, or is not being open with them. So I'm not just speaking to men. I'm just using this as an example to illustrate what I'm trying to say. That whether you're a man or a woman, as long as you're in a relationship, you have to remember that investments has to be made. And that love itself involves giving and sacrificing. So you can't just go into a relationship loving the way that you are accustomed to loving. You have to learn your partner and understand what his or her love languages are. The way that that person understands love. And go out of your way to intentionally take the time to invest in your partner in a way that communicates this love. So when you say, how do you create the emotional space? First of all, is understanding that if I'm in a relationship, I will need to share of myself. I will need to give of myself. And I will need to be prepared to communicate to my partner, not just in a way that I feel like communicating, but in a way that my partner understands love. So it will take you can do this simple exercise of love languages. I'm sure a lot of you have heard it before. It's a very nice place to start. It says that there are 5 basic love languages, and that each and every person in the world, each and every person here, understands and communicates love in a particular way. It could be by touch, it could be by acts of service, it could be by affirmation, it could be by, what have I missed out? Gifts, thank you. And the last one, and it could be quality time. Me, I'm a quality time person. So if you're loving me with gift alone, without that quality time, it will be hard to communicate. So it's good that we invest time in understanding what these things are and having a simple exercise with each other. Have you guys done that exercise? Love languages. So you know his love. You are saying yes, he does. You've forgotten. Job. You know them. Her top 2. Yeah. What do you mean? You say you can understand them, but it's more than just knowing. What do you mean?
You know, you could say, you know. Yes, you know it. Do you do it?
Mm-hmm.
So it's more than knowing.
Yes. So do you do it?
Practicing it is very important.
Do you know it, first of all?
Yes, I know.
Do you do it? Or
I try
maybe
to.
I'm asking I'm asking the wrong person. Jemima. Does he do it?
He tries.
That's good. Continue trying. Yeah, so that is what I would say about how to create emotional space, emotional tolerance. Is remember, you have to accommodate, you have to invest, and you have to understand your beloved. And then I'll jump right into another one, and that is on the issue of how can you know a serious man? That's a very good question. Because there are very unserious men and women out there. One thing I always say is that when a man is serious, it is obvious. If you are left doubting, this guy, does he mean it? Is he serious? Then you should ask yourself, because when he's serious, it is clear. And one thing I've noticed is that when a guy has decided this is what I want to pursue, this is who I want to pursue it with, they will pursue it. They will not let anything stand in their way. I've dated my husband both when he was unserious and when he was serious. And I can tell you the clear difference with the same person. There were times we dated and broke up for so many times, and it was very interesting, our relationship. Because a lot of the times in the beginning, I knew what I wanted. I was a serious person, and he was not always very sure of what he wanted. And so I dated him when I would ask that question, is this guy, am I the one pursuing this thing? Is this guy serious? And then at a point I made up my mind that I'm moving on. I mean business. I want to get married. And so I want a serious, and I was seeing other serious guys. And so I told him, bye-bye, I'm moving on with my life. When he came back again, now he was very, very serious. And there was no doubt left to me or to anyone. He made it so clear. He pursued it. He knew what he wanted, and he took us there. So I would advise my sisters, please don't waste your time with an unserious man. Except if you're also an unserious person, then it will be okay. Then you can both while away each other's times. But if you're serious and you know what you want, don't waste your time there. Because men are goal-oriented. They know what they want to pursue. So don't waste your time pursuing a man. The next question I will answer is 2 questions in one, which are very similar. Is it right to move in with your partner if you've paid the bride price? Jeremiah, is that what you are planning? And the second question, the second question is also, is a traditional marriage a godly marriage? Okay, I've spent some of my time in counseling with people in marriage, both also helping our mother in the Lord, Pastor Esther, over the years, and also seeking counsel on how the church views these matters. So what I will say is that very generally speaking, the church usually recognizes 3 kinds of marriages. It is a traditional marriage is included, a church marriage is included, and also an official marriage in court. It is recognized. That means the church will not say you're not married because you have married in court. So it's recognized, and there are biblical references for these things. Note that when I say traditional marriage, I'm not saying your uncle went to visit his uncle. You know, in our traditional marriages, there are many steps. You go, you greet. I'm not talking of, oh, they went the second time to greet, they ate food, they agreed, and so I am married. Usually, a traditional marriage is marked by the bride price being exchanged, because that is where there is an agreement traditionally between the two families and between the two people. Having said that, we believe as Christians that the most valuable kind of affirmation that we require and we seek for is that which is done in the presence of God and according to the way that God instituted it. And so it is usually encouraged in the church to have your wedding in the church, where it can be done on an altar and is witnessed by people. And that joining, which is a very important step, is not just